The first Black Shark had the looks and the punch, but its plain LCD screen won it few favors. Now, with the Black Shark 2, we have the most refined Black Shark phone to date, with a big AMOLED screen, the latest Snapdragon 855 with an advanced cooling system, more RAM and storage, and a new gaming catering design with dynamic LED lighting. It also features a 240Hz touch input, for those playing with virtual controls, but there are also proprietary Black Shark hardware attachments for the most immersive gaming experience. Design. There's a lot going on at the back. You get a reflective green accent running around the edges of the device, with a thick metal band in the middle breaking up the glass design. The metal is anodized and the overall look is pretty distinctive. The two camera modules are arrayed vertically, and there's a flash module underneath. The anodized finish makes it easier to hold the phone, but you're still better off using the device with a case. The volume rocker is to the left of the device, with the right featuring the power button and the Shark key toggle. There are stereo speakers up front, and they get loud. There's little to no distortion even at high volumes, and the sound itself is balanced. You'll find the USB-C port at the bottom, but the device misses out on a 3.5mm jack. You do get stereo speakers that sound fantastic, an in-display fingerprint sensor, and there's a 20 megapixels front camera tucked inside the top bezel. One of the key changes on the Black Shark 2 is the AMOLED display. The 6.39-inch screen sports Full HD Plus resolution and not Quad HD, but more egregious omission is lack of high refresh rate. The Black Shark 2 has the same 60Hz panel as most devices in the market today. The company mentioned that adding high refresh rate to an AMOLED screen would have increased the cost of the device considerably, so it instead chose to make optimizations to touch latency. With 240Hz touch polling, and a touch latency of just 43.5 milliseconds, the lowest on any phone today, the Black Shark 2 is responsive like no other device. Another differentiator for the device is the pressure-sensitive display, allowing you to assign different pressure levels to two zones on either sides of the screen. It's a nifty feature if you play a lot of FPS shooters like PUBG. Hardware. You get a Snapdragon 855 with up to 12GB of RAM. As you'd imagine from a device that's aimed at gamers, the Black Shark 2 absolutely blazes through day-to-day tasks, and also holds its own when it comes to playing intensive games. You'll be able to play the likes of PUBG and Fortnite with all the settings maxed out, and because of the unique thermal management system, there's no throttling whatsoever. On the subject of throttling, the Black Shark 2 has multi-level thermal management, with a cooling plate covering all the major components. Black Shark says this is the first time this technology has been used in a phone, and the goal is to sustain the peak performance for longer. And after using the phone for a month, that is indeed the case. Another area where the device does well, is battery life. With a 4000 mAh battery under the hood, you'll easily get over a day's worth of use even with heavy usage. Software. Unlike most other manufacturers, Black Shark isn't peddling a heavily customized user interface with garish design elements. You instead get a clean build that's as close to pure Android as you'll find on any gaming phone in the market today, with new gaming-focused additions like Shark Space and additional settings for the RGB lighting. Shark Space effectively acts as a game launcher, listing all the games installed on your phone. It disables all incoming notifications and calls, clears the memory, providing a distraction-free gaming experience. While Shark Space acts as a hub for all your games, Gamer Studio lets you customize a whole host of actions when you're playing a game. Controllers. The Black Shark 2 provides the option of using two controllers that look and feel very much like the Nintendo Switch's Joy-Cons. Personally, these detachable extras are a huge help, especially with first-person shooters and the like. Connecting the controllers to the Black Shark 2 is incredibly easy. Flick the on switches at the bottom of the controllers, and they'll automatically sync up via Bluetooth. The Black Shark 2 makes it very easy to customize the controls for each game, using a drag-and-drop system instead of intimidating menus. Just slide one of the icons to the on-screen buttons, and it will become the trigger for that function. Verdict. The Black Shark 2 is a great phone, that we thoroughly liked, but one that we find surprisingly hard to recommend. The lack of a 90Hz screen means that while it will sustain its performance longer than most flagships, it won't give you any smoother framerates. And the missing 3.5mm jack means you can't charge and use headphones at the same time, which is a bigger issue on a gaming phone than anywhere else. We might have been more lenient, were it not for the Nubia Red Magic 3, which fixes both of those problems, while adding a bigger battery, in an equally attractive looking package, that costs the same.